It's no secret that out of the big three companies, Nintendo is by far the weirdest of the group. The last time they tried to keep up with the competition was back in the GameCube days, and as great as a system as that was, it was outsold by the PS2 and the original Xbox. So Nintendo went back to the drawing board, decides that the Blue Ocean strategy is the way to go, and proceeds to crank out things like the DS and the Wii. The idea here was to attract an untapped market so you essentially have no competition. It's been at the core of Nintendo's philosophy ever since then, and what I believe to be a major reason why Nintendo started creating Nintendo Directs. Before the first Nintendo Direct in 2011, the industry was all about clumsy and awkward live presentations that really didn't leave too many good impressions. After getting clowned and memed several times, Nintendo was like, there's gotta be a better way to do this, and they came up with a pre-recorded format that was a lot smoother and was able to focus on the details of the games they were showing instead of fighting technical difficulties.
弓矢を構えます。そして
So
今度
you,
ごめんなさい。
looks like we're having a little interference here.
誰かワイヤレスを使ってますか？
Somebody out there using wireless? Anybody?
リハーサルではとても上手にできたんです。
Everything went really well in our rehearsals. You guys need to turn off all your wireless devices.
Sony would eventually catch on to this and create their version of it called the State of Play, and finally Xbox came out with their Xbox Games Showcase. It's a trend that Nintendo started, and it looks like they may be starting a new one. Straight up shadow dropping updates and trailers. But why is that? Not gonna lie, part of me wants to say that this is Microsoft's fault for making the Xbox Game Showcase. I can picture Nintendo going, wait, Microsoft is doing it now too? Alright, pre-recorded presentations are officially played out, we're moving on to shadow dropping. But if I'm being honest here, Nintendo fans are really the ones killing Nintendo Directs with their insanely high expectations that are never met, no matter how good the presentations actually are. No matter how many Nintendo fans are pleased with the way a Nintendo Direct plays out, there's always somebody rushing to the internet to complain about how the one game they wanted wasn't in the presentation. This has been a thing for years, but it hit a boiling point with the most recent Nintendo Direct, which was a Nintendo Direct Mini with the subtitle Partner Showcase. Now, let's use our analytical skills here to break this down. The word mini implies that this would be a smaller and shorter direct, so we should dial back our expectations of having it go on for 30 plus minutes. The subtitle, Partner Showcase, leads us to believe that it's focused on third-party games and not first-party content. So when I first saw this, I thought to myself, okay, the most I can really hope for here is more information on No More Heroes 3 or Bayonetta 3, but it's probably just going to be a giant-ass trailer for that Kingdom Hearts rhythm game. When I actually watched the directs and they announced a Shin Megami Tensei 3 remaster along with more information on Shin Megami Tensei 5, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I'm not a Shin Megami Tensei fanboy by any means, but hot damn, the game was announced before the Switch even came out and had no news since then. It was radio silent for over 3.5 years, and everyone was worried that it was canceled behind the scenes, and now all of those worries are put to rest with an official trailer for the game. But of course, Nintendo fans were upset.
It was horrible. Fans did not want this. We're at the big games for the rest of the year. You've been silent for so many months and released a video like this. Do you think your customers are happy?
Give us Super Mario 35th with all the games.
This direct was trash. No Metroid, Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Pikmin, Hyrule Warriors, Mario Kart, Box Boy and Box Girl, Octopath, DLC, or Luigi's Mansion 4. Utter garbage.
You know what you're doing, and it's an absolute disgrace. We've been waiting since September E3 last year for proper news. I'm honestly in shock you japed everyone like this. Why do we defend you again? What a terrible direct. I hope you understand how much we're dying to see game we actually care about, and the fact that we didn't get another Smash character makes me spit on you, Nintendo. Hopes we get Lysithea as our next fighter. Legend of Cadence DLC, Rogue Company, multiplayer third-person shooter, WWE 2K Battlegrounds, Chibi WWE, Shin Megami Tensei 3 and 5 coming out in spring 2021. Nothing at all of value, a total waste of time. Better off just being tweets or separate announcements. Well, Veneria Hopscale, you got your wish. Last night, Nintendo shadow dropped an update for Smash Bros. That added the small battlefield stage and some adjustments to online features and improvements to how the online runs. Not that I would know, my internet was kind of janky in general yesterday. And now, earlier this morning, Nintendo drops a trailer for Pikmin 3 on the Switch. Yeah, that's right. Big first party titles and updates are now just being shadow dropped, thanks to toxic fans who are never happy and still aren't, even though Nintendo was dropping these announcements out of nowhere instead of hyping everyone up for a direct. That's pathetic. A port of a game that no one wants except the weirdo GameCube era Nintendo fans. So lame. Thank God for indie developers, they are saving this pathetic year. Nintendo has lost its hunger to expand gaming. Lame. Now, release Breath of the Wild 2, the next Smash fighter, remove Byleth from Smash, give me the Mario Collection, release another first party, and then I'll forgive you for being a terrible company that abandoned its consumers. It's bad I had to deal with COVID-19 with no new games to play. Well, damned if you do, and damned if you don't. Nintendo gets backlash either way, but honestly, I think we'll start to see Nintendo Directs slowly dwindle out from here. It's very clear that no matter what they do, they don't live up to the insane expectations their fan base has, so it's best for them to just shadow drop everything when no one is expecting it. But then again, what would I know? I'm just some guy on the internet.